It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. A return now from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. He's got room to run right at the start, and he'll be brought down, but what a run down to the 40. That one good for 29. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A gain of 29 yards. First down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 yards on the
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll look to throw.
First down.
There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's in. What a drive. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons.
Joshua
That touchdown, number 11 on the year. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Falcons are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead.
Joshua Carty.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now, faking the give, moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. A gain there of 27 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Keely Ringo on the tackle. 8 yards.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 30-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60.
They'll go again with Robinson. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
4th down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
18 Cardinal, 18.
He'll look to throw. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going...
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
A loss of 2 yards.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
70 Lions. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Steady.
Back to throw. Oh, Neighbors wide open. It's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 28.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Set. 60 Bisons. 18. Run. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus. There's a different clarity. There's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Panthers nothing. Joshua Carty.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Inside the 30. And he will score. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Carolina. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good. Panthers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Rolling to the left, taking off, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 31 yards.
First down, Atlanta.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 left, Buffalo 18.
Motion man is Johnston. They'll look to throw here on first down. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one, take it in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Falcons. Tardy now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. So, a big one there to start the drive. To gain of 43 yards. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Carolina. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike. And I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they bounce back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So after 1, it's the Falcons with the early lead. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. Set up to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. They'll give it here to Judkins. And this will be a Falcons first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Third and goal.
Let's go now.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Atlanta. That his second TD catch of the season. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Falcons have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown, Panthers. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll run it with Judkins. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Pick as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Falcons send their punting unit out. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. give to Robinson from the pistol. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line.
And here's Bijan. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a Carolina first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up.
And 10.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Robinson. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
A gain of 20.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Drake London, touchdown Carolina.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling right. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 65.
He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half.
Joshua Marty to kick off.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Trying the left side. Here's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Panthers 60. Panthers.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
Ready up.
On the give, it's Judkins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Tag. 19 Tiger. Cowboy.
They run it once more with Judkins. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Throwing here on third and goal. Derek Brown. He gets into dropper, and it's going to set up fourth and goal.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. Third and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback, and you trust them to make good decisions. In this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make fourth and goal that much more difficult.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
6-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
His throw left side is complete. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. He'll look to throw. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's out wide to Judkins. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From 29, here's 2nd and 4. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's a run. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Falcons. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he gets this up close to the 40. Out from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
At the 33-yard line.
Now, faking the give, escaping to his left. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
70 Lions.
Back to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. On 4th down, on comes Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Panthers will tie the game here in the third quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And this will be caught right sideline, but no, out of bounds. The official says incomplete. Receiver could not get both feet down. That's going to bring up fourth down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And that right there is going to end up probably being the play of the game either way, Mike. I mean, think, if you fail on that fourth down, you give the ball to your opponent. All they need to do is come away with a field goal, and you lose in regulation. But this coach, he's not playing for a tie. He's not playing for overtime. He's saying, I got the ball late in the fourth quarter. I'm putting the trust in my offense to not only extend this drive, but to go out and try to win this game.
So, just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Here we go, set.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Check smash. Check smash. 70 Timberwolves.
will throw. This one complete right side. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's third down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down with them.
Now he'll work his way out right. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Every team in the league has their own set of scramble rules, and what that means, Mike, is when the pocket breaks down and the quarterback gets flushed, everyone understands, based on where they are in the field, how they can remain friendly to the quarterback. Great execution here, leads to a nice game.
On first down, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. First down and more inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 39 yards.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline, that's a great...
And he will dive into the end zone. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And the Falcons.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. He's into the clear again. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 55 yards on the game. Here is 1st and goal. They'll run here. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the Panthers' 5-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. They're holding at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds. It stops the clock. They're continuing to get closer toward a potential game-winning field goal try. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now, the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
Clearly, this coach thought this was a moment he could strike. Thought he had a play to get this one in the end zone to take a touchdown lead. But instead, the defense comes up with a huge stop, and we still got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's into space, past the 15. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 53 yards.
So you take a look at an offensive coordinator's play sheet, Mike, and there's a column on all of those pages that at the end of the day, it's about the players, not the plays. And when things aren't going well, you say, all right, who do I have to get the ball to? Well, this guy's one of them. I mean, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him, whatever they do, the more he touches the ball, the more good things happen. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Panther 1st down. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Robinson, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Now on 2nd and long. They'll run with Robinson, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
And what started out as a promising drive, now they find themselves in 3rd and long. After being stuffed for a loss on 1st down with that ground game, they came right back to it, trying to make up some of those lost yards. The defense was having none of it. 3rd and long.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
For the Panther field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Uptown Charlotte.